Let me continue with insights from the 8th of November. For the first time in 58 years, basically since 1966, Botswana is inaugurating a president from the Botswana National Front, BNF, as opposed to the Botswana Democratic Party, BDP, whose presidents have been head of state for 58 years. I have been making the point that when the time for change has come, it is because God has appointed that change at that time. One reporter aptly said that power has changed hands. This is the time of history makers and game changers. Yesterday, I dreamt that I was at a venue somewhere. It was dark. I observed 3 men in black suits and white shirts, the type that men wear to something that is formal, like an evening reception. They were huddled in a corner, but I could not see who they were. But then suddenly, in another corner of the venue, still in darkness, appeared the chief of staff of the government of Lesotho, who sits enthroned in one of the public offices there. She sat there looking at me, but I didn't go to her. I asked her, "Who is it?" She answered, "It's Ben Affleck." I said, "Oh, let me run away from him." The next vision I saw was of the car belonging to the author of the century's voluminous sex diary, but it looked very damaged at the front. It doesn't take rocket science to figure out that it means that 3 men in black suits are linked to the family of the law, who believe they are entitled to plot murders by modern medicine and get away with it. I was seeing their 60-year-old government officer based in Lesotho in their government offices, so that I would know that their meetings or their evil councils were taking place. Ben Affleck is a Freemason, so I know that the Brotherhood were involved. Ben Affleck has also been in the media a lot recently because Jennifer Lopez, from whom he just got divorced, was part of Puff Diddy's harem at some point in her life. So now remember, Jaguar writes Blue Couch revelations on P. Diddy's parties and all that jazz. Ben Affleck was accused of inappropriate behavior himself during 2017 in the Me Too movement. In another scene, I was with Ben Affleck in a compromising position because clearly some women in the government houses of Lesotho have arrangements with the Brotherhood. So we shall see what the finger of God comes up with on the JZ spear painting of the spear of the Lesotho nation. It will be interesting to see how they plan to remove the records of the sex files. Freedom House reports that official corruption and impunity remain significant problems, and corruption is especially prevalent in the awarding of government contracts, customs fraud, and the misuse of public funds. The Lesotho Highlands Water Project, LHWP, remains a hot potato for its lack of transparency regarding the socio-economic impact of the project on communities. Civil society has accused the government of using heavy-handed tactics to silence activism against human rights violations associated with the LHWP. So much for the democracy of the Kingdom of Lesotho. It is a total shame. The democracy hardly even respects worker rights. There is also a problem of human trafficking in Lesotho, it is reported. No wonder then that the citizens thereof think that they can plot murders and then use courts to oppress their victims from speaking out. As I have said, no one is going to silence my voice from speaking about my life or the things that have happened or that continue to happen in it. There isn't one royal family in the world that has not had their scandals spoken about or commented on, be it bastard children, illicit affairs, sex scandals, sexual orientations of the Lord Mountbatten kind, parties and orgies on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express, and these are all just examples. Even the draconian and supposedly constitutional monarch, Queen Elizabeth, could do very little to stop the scandals of her household being reported in her time. And the Crown still dramatized her life and Prince Philip's alleged extramarital affairs in the Netflix movie. Let me just bring a bit of a twist to this tale now. On or about the 22nd of January 2023, I recorded a diary note that my younger sister had called me around 1:25 in the morning. I forgot my phone upstairs whilst I went downstairs. About 5 minutes after I had dropped the call with my sister, my phone rang again. When I got to the phone, I found that it was Thulani Maseko that was calling me. I thought that she had called me by mistake. I returned her call nevertheless. What I did not expect was to find Zoe crying hysterically on the other side, screaming and almost incoherent, shouting, "They shot my brother, they shot my brother." My blood froze in my veins. Her brother's name was Thulani Maseko, and he was a human rights lawyer and activist in the Kingdom of Eswatini. He was assassinated. I couldn't sleep after that, and for the next couple of days, as she was going about attending to the burial. This is how close I am to Thulani Maseko. But now someone was trying to decimate our relationship with an indecent, incestuous proposal. I'm going to leave this here for now. Thanks for listening.